So some of these addressing, we will do them on our own. They will allow us to do it on our own. Then they won't give us any IP address. That's in the as time goes on. But right now, because of our level, they give us the IP addresses. They've already configured these devices for us. The objective is part one. You have to download the client file to Mike's PC. You have to download the client files from the backup file server to Mike's PC, then verify the integrity of the client file using hashing. Verify the integrity of critical files using HMAC. Okay, now the background is in this activity, you will verify the integrity of multiple files using hashes to ensure files have not been tampered with. If any files are suspected of being tampered with, they are to be sent to Silas PC for further analysis. The IP addressing network configuration. The IP addressing, network configuration, and service configurations are already complete. You will use the client devices in the different geographical regions to verify and transfer any suspect files. Now, part one, download the client files to Mike's PC. How do we do that? Step one, access the FTP server from Mike's PC. Now, how do we access the FTP server from Mike's PC? Like Eric always say, command prompt. Okay, let's see if there's command prompt here. Click the Goshen Healthcare branch site, then click PC Mike, click the desktop tab, and then click web browser, enter the URL, blah, blah, blah. Let's go. Healthcare branch, PC Mike, desktop. PC Mike, what is it? Then desktop. Okay. Then click on web browser and enter this web browser. On the URL, ask to enter http // cisco.corp. Click go. Any response? There's no response yet. You have clicked go. You're supposed to have a response. I believe we'll still have it. Let's just wait a bit, just a few minutes. If they didn't come, then we'll continue.
I'm not hearing again. No, what's happening?
I decided to mute myself. I was waiting for the server to respond. Yes, you can see there's a response now. Host name unresolved. So there's a challenge, but this challenge is not our own challenge. The challenge is on the Cisco portal themselves. Now,
Hello, sir. So anytime you see host name unresolved, it means it's
yes.
not from you, right? It's not
Now,
the problem is
if
not.
if it is real life experience, if it is real life, you see host name unresolved, you have to trace where the problem is coming from. If this is real life, do you understand me now?
Okay, sir.
If this is a
What
real
does
life,
what what does it mean? Host name unresolved.
all right. I will explain. If this is a real life job, real life exercise you are doing, maybe for example in your working place, your line manager or whatever, you are in a department, the accounting department, you are trying to connect the system to the server, and you enter this URL, the server is not responding. You have to check what is the problem. The server is not connecting with Mike's PC. That is what is happening here. That is why it is said that host name unresolved. Normally, the exercise we have from exercise 1, the first exercise we have, that exercise 1.5.3.5. Those exercises, this is fourth exercise, supposed to be one exercise. We're supposed to do everything together on one file without breaking. We're supposed to do everything together on one file without breaking at all. So I guess I don't really know. Maybe it's because of that, of those breaking. That is why we are having this. You can remember our last exercise too. We could whether we couldn't receive a mail from Mary or so, somehow. But that doesn't mean our steps are wrong. The steps we took are right. The steps we took
Okay, sir.
were right. Do you understand? This thing we are doing, we are on the right path. But if you are doing this on real life, maybe in your organization, in your office, you are trying to connect maybe a system, maybe let's say system 7 in the accounting department, 192.10.44.4 is not connecting to your main server. You cannot retrieve information from the server. You are seeing this error, host name unresolved. Then that means something is wrong either with your networking cable or with your addressing system. Something is wrong somewhere. You've gotten something wrong.
Or does it mean that it doesn't open to that port range?
It could be, that could be one of the
And
reasons.
that is not listening to that port range. Maybe it's because there was a network I was trying to connect. I opened a server once at a time called
Okay.
SonarQube.
Okay.
So I was trying to connect it to the app repository, the web repository, and it wasn't listening to it, wasn't connecting at all. So
Another thing. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Eric. So what now happened?
mhm. So I have to go and check if I open that particular port range for it. Like it's listening to port 9000.
Okay.
It listening to port 9000 So I have to go to the the cyber security this guy this thing to check if I open that particular port range for it. Mhm. When I checked it, I found out that I didn't open that particular port range for it, so I have to open it before I could access
Yes.
that web rep. So I
That
was
could be.
asking,
That could be. And it could even be that the FTP server is not even on at all. It could be that the server is even down.
okay,
You
it's not
understand?
running.
Yes, it could be that it's not even on at all. It could be that the server is not even on. But assuming we follow that exercise on one file, we must have configured our FTP server. It's not that we close the file and we are now opening another file again. So that could be the reason for this host name unresolved. Because what we're supposed to get here is we're supposed to have a file. We're supposed to be able to download a file. But 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 irrespective of what it is, our procedure is right. That's the most important thing, because number one, you remember we are not the one that configure these web addresses, these IP addresses. They have been configured for us. Do you understand me now? So the FTP server is already configured. We only giving this exercise. It's just like you get to the office. You are not the one that do the background check and the rest of it. They just tell you, oh yeah, start working on this. You don't know the historical background of that network. So there could be some error somewhere or something that is hidden somewhere. So now, let's continue. Now, I've told you the reason why we have this host name unresolved. But the most important thing is that we must have a response, which was what I waited for. So the response is, if you are so like what I'm trying to say, if you are saying this, if you are doing this real life experience, you must resolve it before you continue. You must be able to communicate. Your PC and your server must be able to communicate. Now, the thing now is, what protocol was used to access this web page on the backup file server? So who can answer me? What protocol?
What did you say, please?
There's a question here under D. What protocol was used to access this web page on the backup file server?
Is it SSH?
iPad. Okay.
No, not SSH, not SSH.
I'm not even seeing it very well, so I can't really know. Let me see.
The answer is already there. You see step one. Step one said access the FTP server from Mike's PC. What is FTP?
File transfer protocol.
Simple. That's the protocol. Is that okay now? So, if the file server have been hacked, notify Sally. Within the Gotham Healthcare branch site, click the PC mic. Okay, PC mic. After clicking mic, click the desktop and click email. Desktop, click email. Okay. Click the desktop and click email. Create an email and send it to sally@cisco.com and tell her about the file server. Okay, so you compose. I say go to sally@cisco.corp. Server act. There, Sally, FTP server is hacked. My code. Okay. Create an email and send it to so and tell her about the file server. All right. So after that, you send. So your mail is sent. Part 2, download the client files from the backup file server to Mike's PC. Step 1, access the off-site FTP server from Mike's PC. Within Gotham, okay. Within Gotham, yes, we have here, click the PC mic, click the desktop tab, and click web browser. Web browser, okay. All right, yeah. Enter the URL cisco2.orp and click go. Cisco2.corp. Go. Click the link to view the most recent files and their hashes. What protocol was used to access this web page on the backup file server? What are the file names and hashes of the client files on the backup server? Copy and paste them below. So let's wait for response here. Just as we have the other time. Just few seconds, it will come out now. You can see that we have the same response. Host name unresolved. Right. But I will still work on this personally and see how we can get the correct procedure. But in the real life experience, this shouldn't happen. So let's go. Well, step 2, within the go tab, with all this host name not resolved, we cannot really go far, but let's see what we can do. Like I think I told was it Eric? I told that you cannot get, when you are doing your Cisco exercises, you cannot get it 100%. Just note that cannot be 100%. It's just like when you are doing I like certain I like making example with accounting because I studied accounting. So there's no way in your exam, it's very difficult, very, except for the really good ones, good students, that you have your balance sheet balanced in your exams. Maybe you are doing your your final exams is financial accounting, and you are in the exam hall, and your balance sheet is balanced. Even the lecturer, even the lecturer will suspect you that it's like probably you must have seen the question somewhere. But if you are doing it real life, you make sure that your account balance. If you didn't balance professionally, it will balance by Ojoro, whether you transfer some figure to suspense account or you adjust your trial balance so you can have a balance sheet. It will definitely balance. But what am I trying to say here is the same thing. If you are doing your packet tracer exam, what we are after is do the steps correctly. Make sure your steps are correct. You follow them right after the other. You get used to these things. How you, I mean, how you telnet and SSH and I mean, work in a secure environment. That is all cybersecurity and network security is all about. But now let's go. Now, say click desktop command prompt backup. We've done that. No. Is it within the Gotham healthcare click PC mic desktop command prompt? Okay, we've not done this. We are still on PC mic desktop command prompt. This command prompt connect to the backup file server by entering FTP blah blah blah. This, let me see if I try to do this shortcut, if it will go. Yes, I got it. All right, enter the username mic password Cisco123. Okay, you're still connecting. Say it's telling us trying to connect. So let's just wait a bit. So once it's connected, the username is Mike, the password is Cisco123. Yeah. He said could not open connection to the host on port 21. Connect failed. Something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere. We have to trace that one out. FTP, let me type it. FTP www dot yes cisco2 dot corp.
Please, is this class recorded? So
Yes, it's recorded.
that's
I'm
why
recording. I'm
that's
recording.
please this particular video should be sent as WhatsApp so that we can because not saying
Yes.
it's like almost on new.
Yes, it's recorded. Don't worry. We should be able to connect to this. This should not give us an error. Let's wait again. This shouldn't give us an error. If you give us an error, I'm going to stop this, try it on my own, then return back the class. Now we're still having the same could not open connection to the host on port 21. Connect failed. Let's go to our FTP server. FTP server is here. This is the FTP web server. Configure is locked by author's design. You can't even access it in this exercise. Same here. Same here. What happened then? What happened? What happened? What happened? This is our FTP server. It's not accessible to us here, but we could access it in our last lab exercise. Okay. We must resolve this. Like command prompt FTP Cisco 2.0IP. Let's try this again. If it didn't work, we'll go try another meet. Mm. Mm. Let's just be patient. We sort it out. Mm. Okay, everyone is in class. Still trying to connect. Let me see. Did they give us the IP address for this? For Cisco 2. Yes, Cisco 2, there's IP address. If this didn't work, we will try. Oh, the private IP address is not available. We'll try the public IP address. It didn't work. Okay, let's try connecting through the public IP address. FTP 209.165.201.10. If this didn't work, we try something else. Error opening blah 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 timed out. Disconnecting from FTP server. Get out. Okay. Now you know what we will do? We will go back to our former what is it now? Exercise. We will access the this thing. We will access the FTP server, then we will now try to connect with this. Let me open the former the last exercise we do that we have access to the server, to the FTP server. That's 2.5 and 2.6. Okay, this is our last one. Uh-uh. What happened? But I thought in our last class we were able to access the FTP server. Hello, is someone with me? Am I the only one in
Yes,
this
we're with
class?
you,
Yes,
sir.
I can hear you, sir.
We were open to access our FTP server, right? In our last class.
I was not really in class. The last class, I was not there.
Okay,
I
Oluwatu.
was trying to connect.
Okay, don't worry, we'll sort it out. I'll make sure we get this. Last time we did decryption. Connect to the FTP server, Metro Police Bank headquarters 201165 the command prompt. Yes, we were able to do that now. Okay, I'm coming. Let's go to laptop Mary. Let's go to laptop Mary and connect to the FTP server from home. Desktop command prompt. Let's connect to server here. We need to access this server. FTP 209.165.201.3. Trying to connect here. Yes, we could do that here. Does it mean that Mike could not access the server? Let's see Mike at this point here. Mike is at bottom. Mike is here. Let's see Mike here. I'm working on the previous that's 2.5.2.6, not 2.7 now. 2 FTP 209.209.165.201.3. We should be able to access FTP server from Mike's PC, from where he is. Okay. Error opening. Then something is wrong. I think this is the same challenge we're having at 2.5.2.7. So let's go back to 2.5.2.7. What's the instruction? The instruction said we should click on file server to Mike's PC. Access the offsite FTP server from Mike's PC. Within GoTerm, click the PC mic, click the desktop tab, and then click web browser. Cisco 2. Okay, here we have download this. Then healthcare branch site. Yes, click mic, desktop, connect to the backup file server by entering Cisco 2. Cisco 2. Wow. There's something we are. Okay, fine. I'm going to close everything and restart again. I'll close everything and restart again. But just stay on, I'm coming, please. Whether the challenge is from my, but I'm not sure it's from my system. I'm sure something is wrong somewhere. Yeah, 5.7. Yes. We must get this. Yes. We have the file name, hash this. Yes. Please just wait 2 minutes. HTTPS. 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 What am I doing? Could that be the issue? Okay. This is where's my package? All right, let's start from beginning.